Hello everyone and welcome to part 3 of our Lady in the Moonlight series. Today we're going to just start off by taking a look at our prison here. We have two prisoners here. We're just going to sort these guys out. So we have Durance White Rose. If we look at him, he's got good prowess. He seems to be a pretty good commander. He's got defender, faithful blade, and also aggressive attacker. So we're gonna go ahead and negotiate his release. We're gonna go ahead and recruit him. Just get an extra knight here. Our next prisoner, we have Pella Manning here. She's of House Manning, and that little sigil there looks really cool. She's got good diplomacy. We can go ahead and recruit her as well. Alright, so the prisons are empty. I also want to go ahead and fill out some of our court positions here. In particular, I would like to get a court smith. However, we don't really have anyone that can kind of fill that position, so we'll go ahead and skip that one for now. I do want a master at arms. In our last episode, we had Sir Roland Lannister here. He wanted to stay in the north and become a religious individual. Possibly like a septon maybe at some point. We kind of declined that. We're gonna go ahead and put him as our master at arms, and let's see what kind of so he doesn't really have. So what does the master at arms do? It gives me diplomacy per level of fame, so that's pretty nice there. We can also get a captain of the household guard. I think we're gonna do our let's see which one of these guys is gonna be a good pick for that. Let's go ahead and put Durance White Rose in that position. The captain of the household guard, monthly court grander. We also get a dread game. Yeah, so we'll just keep him on there. We also want to get an antiquarian. Don't really have, what we have is like average. I'll go ahead and I'll put my daughter in that position. And I do want to get a, so what is a septa? So court grander plus 1, Faith of the Andal's opinion. We'll also go ahead and we'll pick up a personal champion. There's no one better suited than Darren Holham. This guy's kind of been appearing in the last 2 videos that I've made, so I'm gonna go ahead and put him as that position. So kind of the aim for this video is we're still dealing with our overextension problem. That can kind of be fixed if we were a kingdom level title, or as in this mod, a Lord Paramount. We're still under Lord Paramount Andron Stark of the Riverlands, but we need our independence. So we've been letting the time go a little bit. We've built up quite a bit of gold. We have a new alliance. We have an alliance with the Hightowers. So they have 22,000, or actually 25,000 men, so they're going to come in really handy in this war. We also have an alliance with, like I said, obviously the north here with my son-in-law. We've also got an alliance with a Lannister, with some Lannisters down here in the Westerlands. We're definitely going to try and push this war here. So just looking at the breakdown of this war, we've got about 90,000 troops at the moment, opposed to their 100,000 troops here. So I would say, I guess the chances are pretty even. They do outnumber us in troop count, but with this vast amount of gold that we have saved up, we can kind of do some things to kind of remedy that. So if we look at mercenaries, we do have some special troops here. We'll look at the Wolves of Greenwood. So they've got about 4,000 troops. We could go ahead and call them. They do have crossbowmen, so they're pretty decent. They also have trebuchets, which definitely is something that we're looking to get here. Let's see if we have anything else. So let's see, is there any other big groups that we can hire? We have the sword keepers here, so they've got light footmen, poachers, and giants. Definitely want to maybe call them as well. And then we can also get, let's see here. We have the Company of the Lion. They've got another 2,000 troops there. Light horsemen, honey wine quarrels, and crossbowmen. We'll definitely pick those up as well. We'll save the rest of the gold that we have. We have our army raising. What my goal is here is to kind of I guess kind of like chill here. The issue is the north, so our ally, our son-in-law, will have to travel through the neck to get to us, and so we're basically cut off. However, we do have some allies already down in the southern portion of Westeros here. They have started to siege down a little bit. The Stark forces are still raising, so we'll just kind of see what they do here. I guess what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to group up a little bit. I also just noticed up here that the Stark forces are raising here in the neck. Alright guys, so as the Manderleys were heading on down here, they actually got caught by the enemy towards the neck here. And also, my son-in-law actually got caught as well, and he lost all of his forces. We did manage to catch them in a battle here. We are getting a plus 13 advantage, so we'll go ahead and we'll slow the battle down. It does look like we are winning the battle, so that is good to see. Can kind of turn the tide here a little bit. Hopefully my son-in-law can get some of his troops back. So we're up to a plus 21 advantage. All right, so we were able to beat them in that battle. We killed 17,000 of them. We lost 9,500, which is not great, but I mean it's not the end of the world. If we look, so we've got about 59,000 men left opposed to their 86. But what I want to try to do is a lot of these armies that are going to split off here, we definitely want to try and hit them. So it looks like what is this guy's name? Looks like Lord Paramount Andrin has the bulk of his army. So we will try and attack him here, and that's not good. Our granddaughter got spotted fever here. Her health is poor, so hopefully there must be like a plague or something going on here. Oh wow, so we got a pretty nasty plague going on up here in Winterfell, so hopefully everything goes well with that. So like I said, a lot of these armies are split up. We are going to go in for another fight here, and specifically I want to hit the Stark forces. We are losing this battle down here, but our allies should be able to help us. Maybe not. Help. Help me. Please. There we go. There we go. It looks like Lord Rickon here has the plague as well. Our granddaughter is feeling fine again. They're both feeling fine, so hopefully nothing bad comes out of that. So we're gonna get another battle here. Education at an end. My ward Andrea has come of age, and it is time she left my care. As an active and enthusiastic child, it is no surprise that Andrea has done well in her studies of war and combat. She has grown a great aptitude both in battle tactics and management of armies. She will make a fine commander one day, I am sure. Alright, so she got skilled tactician, which is good. She's also a Milk of the Poppy addict, which is kind of bad. So we're just going to clean up this army here. Looks like our allies are going to get kind of destroyed as well. Alright, spotted fever, balanced humors. As I walk down the halls, I hear some muffled laugh. That voice. I am not used to hearing it so clear and bright. I push the half-open door, and there in front of me is my granddaughter Bella, seemingly recovered from spotted fever. My beloved granddaughter is well once more. It's difficult not to shed a tear of joy. So she lost that. So we are winning the war. We've got about 12%. I'm gonna head up here and support our allies in this battle as well. Let's check that other battle. So we killed about 10,000. We lost another 10,000. So I guess the losses are kind of even there. So it looks like they're just gonna keep on trickling in here, which is not good on their part, I will say. So we are just destroying them, which is good to see. Battlefield knighthood. As the battle in scoring grush, one of my attendants presents me with a list of soldiers who performed exceedingly well. So we've seen this pop up before, so we're basically knighting this guy here. He is a giant, which is pretty nice. Got 33 prowess. Of course, we will knight him. And so we are winning in battles. However, we just don't have any siege. So we can go ahead and maybe try and siege down one of these provinces. Get some more war score with that. They just keep trickling in, and it's insane. Oh man, so how much did we lose? So we lost one guy in that fight. We killed about almost 3,000, so we're gonna go in for another fight here. We've got our allies sieging down the province here, so we're gonna go ahead and help them with that. We're at 67 war score, guys. This is kind of crazy. They are trying to siege down that part there. We're definitely gonna go in for another fight. So see, as you can see, we're getting defensive bonus from that being our province. Plus, we have one of these places captured. Oh man, we're at 99%. I think we might have it here after this battle. Go ahead and get another knight. Look at all of these battles. This is insane. Oh man, so we need probably one more siege and we'll win this. Let's take a look at these battles and see how much we killed. So the slaughter at Horsehead, we killed 35,000 of their men. So Lord Rick or Paramount Andrin here, he only has 7,000 more men to pretty much do anything with that. We're gonna go here and station our besiegers, and we're gonna go up here and hit this army and stop them from sieging that as well. We're basically fabricating. We're gonna say no to that because we want the claim on the duchy. We're gonna go ahead and try and siege down this last county, and let's take a look. They're not really sieging anything else, so it looks like we're actually safe to go ahead and siege here. So we've pretty much got this war in the bag, guys. We just got to get this last one. And the high towers are coming in for the win here with this last siege. And we have done it. Hell yeah. So with that, guys, the war for independence is done. We can enforce our demands. We gain independence from Lord Paramount Andrin. We get 50 glory. I become a vassal of King Joffrey II, and then he loses 100 legitimacy. So we'll go ahead and enforce our demands there. Alrighty, guys. So with the war for independence done, that was a very brutal war. And all the fighting and all the managing of all my soldiers and everything, we just received a raven from the north. Our grandson, Lord Guy Hopkins, actually has passed away from the spotted fever. So the new heir is my great-granddaughter, Lady Riella Hopkins. This is one thing that, you know, even the toughest armor can't prepare you for, is losing a grandchild. So I would imagine that he'd be pretty broken up about that. My son-in-law survived, and also my granddaughter survived as well. She is 22, so she does have the possibility to have more kids, which is good. We're not completely at a loss here, but we do have a new decision, so we can actually become a Lord Paramount ourselves. So we're definitely going to go ahead with that. So I will unite the realm under a new kingdom title. to belong to my dynasty for all time. We'll go ahead and do that. A realm reforged. I have done what no one else could. I have united the lands of Moonshire with those of Lake Haven and Atranta. All my life I have worked for this, to call my vassals and make them swear fealty anew. Now and forever they will pay homage to me, not only as their liege, but as Lord Paramount of Moonshire. Nice. So with that, we are going to, that did solve our overextension issue, so we can push some more claims here. However, we do have I believe we have a truce with him, so that truce is going to last for 5 years. But we do have a claim to the lordship of Pink Maiden, which we will push as soon as we can. We also have access to the royal court now, which we can definitely start filling out some of these artifacts that we have. We're actually holding too many duchies. I'm not going to give I'm not going to give these duchies away. I am going to keep the High Lordship of Moonshire, and I'm also going to keep the High Lordship of Lake Haven as well. However, I am going to destroy the High Lordship of Maidenpool, and I'm also going to destroy the High Lordship of Atranta. That way, our realm is still relatively small. I don't want to give away any of my vassals at the moment because I don't want to mess with my taxes. We're going to go ahead and hold court here. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of my throne while others move out of the way so they can simply observe the proceedings. After several moments, all movement in the chamber have ceased. All faces turn towards mine expectantly. In front of me, I count 3 petitioners lined up in an orderly row, waiting for me to call on them. We can gesture the first in line to approach. A middle-aged man steps before me with quiet dignity. Before bowing deeply, greetings, your majesty. I am Edmer, your loyal servant. I come before you today to seek employment in your court. I'm an experienced fighter, having served the local lords and garrisons of Tumbler's Falls, my homeland. It would be my honor to put my talents to greater cause in the service of my Lord Paramount and all of Moonshire. So he's 55 years old. He is a good commander. We could appoint him as the master of the hunt. We could make him our sworn shield. I think we'll make him our sworn shield. He does have high opinion of us. We can also go ahead and find him a suitable marriage. I think we'll marry her off to this woman here. She's got good martial, plus she's intelligent. She is lowborn, but I think that will be that'll be a good match there. My lord, I represent the religious community of Lightgrove. While rummaging through our modest archive, we have come across a very particular book. The cover was dusty, the binding fragile, and the pages were yellowed by time. But it contained the most unusual drawings, and the script itself was unknown to us all. We are certain it is unique in this world, a long-lost vault of knowledge, a treasure, a true treasure. That's why we offer it to you. Perhaps its original copy of the will of the Father. Perhaps it's the original copy of the will of the Father, or it's a memoir from the world's creation. So we have 46% to just, we can increase Shara Hopkins learning, and we gain 75 prestige. we went in and did that anyway. My lord, my name is Samwell, and I am an ambassador of your ally, Lord Hibbold. Okay, so that's the Brackens. I bring you his friendly greetings and an offer. My liege values your friendship above all, so as a sign of goodwill, he sends you this child, his son, Hibbold, to educate as you please. My lord hopes that this gesture will strengthen your alliance and is confident that Hibbold will be in great hands. Of course we will accept. As the last petitioner departs, various courtiers follow them out of the room, having business to attend to elsewhere. Others remain, talking amongst themselves above the recent proceedings. Soon the ceremonial formality of the proceedings has dropped away entirely, with the hum and bustle of normal courtly life taking its place. Okay, so we get some grandeur and some legitimacy, so we like to see that. I do want to do a little bit of research on the dragons. So if we look here, we can show the realm's affairs. The day-to-day rulings of the realm are taking so much of my time of late. As yet another matter is brought to my attention by one of my servants. I ponder whether I truly need to be troubled by it all. So we can look at show me all the world's dragon eggs. So there's one dragon egg, and it's currently in the hands of Lord Harold Vance of Wayfarer's Rest. Like I said in my last episode, we absolutely do not like the Vances. We've never really had good relations with them. It does look like he is imprisoned at the moment. Oh yeah, so he's actually imprisoned by me. Okay, so that is very, very interesting. All right, guys. So after looking here, it does look like the dragon egg will be inherited along with the high lordship of Wayfarer's Rest. So I'm not going to execute him. However, I will move him to my dungeon, and I'll just keep him in there for now. And then if he can last about 5 years, what I'll do is I will actually execute him after the 5 years is up. And then, like I said, I currently have my Septon fabricating a claim. Hopefully we can get a claim on the entire duchy of Wayfarer's Rest. Then we can just declare that war, and then we'll inherit the dragon egg along with the title. All right, guys. So we did have to pay some of those mercenaries for their help with us in the war, so we are in debt a little bit. However, we should come out of that pretty quickly because we're making 23 gold a month now. We also have a Liberty faction about to pop off here. I do want this to pop off because once this is over, we can kind of put this down, and then we can start landing some more of our family members on some of these titles, which is going to allow our family to grow a lot more than it already is. So we have a homage. One of our vassals is paying homage. I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of Lord Forrest, who is soon announced and ushered before me. He kneels in deference, offering nothing but his oath to faithfully serve as a vassal of the kingdom. At last I bid the Lord arise, confirming my satisfaction and Forrest's rights to the lands he rules in my stead. Get some quick renown here. Oh, nice. Okay, so my half brother is actually sending me some gold here, which is weird. He is in a Liberty faction against me, and he's giving me more gold. But we will accept nonetheless. And he's also demanding an artifact, which we will decline. Um, so yeah, that kind of solves our debt issue. Let's see. So the faction is actually too weak to send an ultimatum now. Idira comes of age. So this is one of my daughters. She got the trait Insightful Thinker, which is nice. And we can actually go ahead with this marriage here. We married her off to the Manderleys, so we will definitely accept that. So she's going to start traveling up here to White Harbor. We can also search for a maester, because during that war, our maester actually did pass away. So we can go ahead and send a raven to Old Town. Also, it looks like Lord Albert Vance has actually created the lordship of Atlanta on his own, which is pretty cool to see. Like I said, I don't really like the Vances, so we will have to watch him. So we have a new Maester. So we have Maester Garen. He is loyal, a novice physician, and also a scholar, plus astute intellectual. So we definitely will. He is quite expensive. He costs 215 gold, but we will go ahead and recruit him in. So just looking at our military, so our military has kind of grown a little bit since the war for independence. So we're currently sitting at 18,000 troops, which is really nice. We can definitely do a lot with that. Um, we're just gonna kind of let the game go on here. Continue building this gold back up. We also have a martial perk. We'll go ahead and we'll pick up chivalric dominance, get some better knight effectiveness. And just looking at our health here, we are feeling poor. We're also 67 years old. So damn, Hubert is almost 70, and he's still cool, going pretty strong. He is, like I said, going almost out the door here. So we do need to get ready for a succession. And like I said, Lady Bella is actually she looks like she's a regent. So she's the regent to my son-in-law. We also have a message here. To my squeamish vassal, I fear the education of Sarah at your court no longer suits our need. She is hereby recalled to our care. I guess whatever. That's fine with me. So it does look like this faction has gotten a little bit of power again. We're not going to do anything to stop this. We are going to try to allow this to fire off. However, like I said, Hubert is getting old. I really don't want this faction to fire off like right during the succession. That would not be ideal. However, we will have an alliance still with Lord Rickon, the Shy of Stark of the North here. because, like I said, they are married, so we will have an alliance to kind of rely on. So my plan is to kind of just let this fire off and just immediately call the North to help us out in that rebellion. The Night of the Moon can be reinstated, so we'll go ahead and get this back going here. So we have Durance White Rose. Let's see what you can offer me. So we can get Lancer. We can get heavy cavalry damage plus 60% plus contender. I really am looking for. I do like stalwart. However, I do want somebody that can give me the valiant one. So it doesn't look like any of these guys are going to be able to do that. We could make our granddaughter an acclaimed knight. That could be. She is going to give us stalwart, and she's also going to give us fanatic. However, I do think that the better pick would probably be Durance because of his prowess. So yeah, we'll keep Lancer, and instead of contender, we'll go with stalwart instead, and we'll go ahead and we'll create that accolade. We'll also seek a worthy successor for that. And we'll try and see if we can find him a marriage that is going to suit him as well. We could marry him. I think we'll do it to Omaria. Well, no, she's 43. He's 38. So we need to find someone. We need to find someone younger. Let's see. Let's see. We do have Dinara here. We also have Nymeria Shade Bolt. She is Dornish, so we can definitely probably go ahead with that. That seems like a good match there. So he went ahead and picked. We gave Durance White Rose the position of our admiral. We'll go ahead and we'll put him on protect trade, which is going to give us 0.1 more tax. Just checking on this faction. So this faction is going to fire off. Well, okay, they're too weak again. It kind of just keeps teeter-tottering back and forth, back and forth. I really do want this to fire off because I want to land some of my other family members. And I just looking here, so to my sensible Hubert, I have prowled through the documents, both ancient and of less certain province. I finally have enough material to make the case that you are the rightful lord of the lordship of Morning's Wake. Indeed, I could even argue that you are the rightful lord of the high lordship of Wayfarer's Rest. So this is extremely huge. This is exactly what we wanted. So yes, of course, we are going to get a claim on that entire duchy there. So we have a claim to the lordship of Wayfarer's Rest. If we look again, if we go to manage realm affairs and we look at dragons, and if we show all the dragon eggs, so like I said, silver dragon egg, it is said is it inherited along with the high lordship of Wayfarer's Rest. So if we push this war and we take the duchy, we will get this dragon egg. And I think this is exactly what we need to do, because I do want to eventually get some dragons. We're going to have to, number one, obtain this egg. And then number two, we have to get Valyrian or as they say, dragon blood in our family. So So yeah, we'll keep looking at. So like I said, the plan is we have him in prison. As soon as the truce is up, we will execute him, and then we will immediately declare war. We have 4 years left for that truce, so we'll immediately declare war. However, it is an unpressed claim, so it is not going to be inherited. Yeah, unpressed claims are legally tenuous and are not inherited by the children of the claimant. We could declare the war. We could declare the war anyway. We would lose 1 level of fame plus 400 legitimacy because we broke the truce. I don't know, and plus we would lose 3 cultural acceptance between Northmen, which is not ideal. And then on top of that, our legitimacy is at the moment 779. So we'd basically be, I guess we would be somewhere around aspiring if we were to go ahead and push that claim. So here we go. This faction is popping off again. So it's got 14 months. They need to just stop. They need to stop losing their faction power. I really do want this to pop off. So we do have a minor plague in our realm here. I do want to just manage this. So Shadow over Harrenhal, so we can go ahead and summon a Maester. We can do a soft approach. We are going to go ahead and isolate our capital. And we're also going to enter seclusion as well. So hopefully nothing goes for that. So we got some good early prevention success. So I do want to check up here in Winterfell. My great granddaughter, she's now 6. She hasn't really gotten any of her education boost yet. However, she is curious, so she's getting a +1 in diplomacy and learning. So maybe we can do like maybe a learning character, get some upgrades on our cultural fascinations when she finally takes over. So the North definitely has restored their troop count. So that's good there. So this is going to pop off here at any moment. So we're definitely going to get ready here. We'll also get Never Back Down. It's going to give us +5 advantage in our territory, so that's good to see. All right, so here we go. So Liberty Demand. To my liege, it is time for you to recognize the ancient and inalienable rights of your vassals. Accept the demands of the Liberty faction or face our swords on the battlefield. Of course, I will not be threatened. War it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to immediately we'll raise our troops in the north of our realm here. We'll go ahead and we'll put my nephew, Lord Kyle Hopkins, as our marshal. And we're going to go ahead and call our allies to war as well. So we'll call the Lannisters. We can definitely call the Brackens. And we'll also call them Manderleys as well. I don't think that I have to call... Well, actually, no. We'll just call everybody because it's a defensive war. So we'll also call our son-in-law as well. So my goal is to kind of hit these armies as they kind of merge here. We'll go ahead and we'll siege down the Lordship of Tumbler's Falls here. Try to get some war score. My allies should kind of take care of the rest of these rebelling vassals that are trying to siege down. So Joffrey II is actually inviting me to be his master at arms. We'll definitely accept that. The Starks definitely are going to take care of these armies up here. So we'll go ahead and we'll continue to siege down this. We definitely need to... keep an eye on our health. Like I said, we are... Our health is poor at the moment. I am waiting to switch into the medicine focus to try to get some more health points to try to extend Hubert's life a little bit here. So just now that I'm looking, so I was having an issue with pressing these claims because, like I said, at the moment they're unpressed. But I do have kind of a plan here. So let's see, so we can get some fellow vassal opinion. So we can get another commander. Of course, you can serve me. So kind of my plan is, so the unpressed claim actually becomes a pressed claim if I press it during a war. So with that being said, we may have to do some I guess some if we press the claim before we die, then technically our heir should be able to inherit that war, and then we can kind of continue it anyway. But yeah, so let's go ahead and just continue to siege down this here. So we're at 55% currently. Let's look. Where is the leader? So the leader of the rebels are actually in this army here. Looks like they're going to attack. And of course he rescinds his appointment. Looks like they're going to attack there. So we're going to get into another battle here. We'll kind of head up here to help them fight this. They are getting a negative 26 advantage, which is not great. So we can win that battle there. We'll go ahead and siege this down. It's going to take 5 months. We are sieging incredibly slow. We need to invest in some siege equipment for sure. Looking at Lord Rickon Stark here. He's still going strong up there in the north. So currently we're at 78%, so this war is almost done. We still can't switch into the medicine focus yet. So we got the our Septon actually got this this book done here, so we can actually go ahead and equip that. I would like them to go. We'll station the besiegers, and we'll go up here and we'll hit this army as well. We do have to kind of watch this army here because I don't want them to attack my besiegers. We need to hit this army quickly. Alright, so we hit them there. And if we look, he actually is in this army here. So once we finish this army up here, we'll go down and we'll go and hit this army as well, while this one's sieging as well. So following the death sentence of a lowly thief, I've asked my ward Hibbold what he thought. He responded that the sentence was far too harsh for such a small crime. So instead of stressing ourselves out, we'll just give him the trait just. We'll move this army down here to start sieging that as well. Hopefully we can catch the leader. Looks like he's running. So we can catch him here. Hopefully we can get a capture and end this. Go ahead and knight him there so we didn't get it. Let's see. So he's actually in his capital now, so we didn't get the capture. However, it does look like they are going to try to go over here and attack my besiegers. So we'll start moving our armies over here as well to support them. $70 old. I'm too old for this shit, man. Go ahead and knight this guy as well. So we captured the Entranta War Banner. I do believe that this is the Vance War Banner, so we're definitely gonna go ahead and destroy that. Like I said, we don't like the Vances. Not at all. I'm gonna close some of these. So that last battle, we killed 900 of them there. We can appoint a worthy successor of one of these guys. Which one is it? There's Lord Josrin again. Definitely putting him on there as well. Man, that guy is... We have made him a successor. I probably... maybe 4 or 5 times during this entire playthrough. So we can finally go ahead and end that war. We got that done. Like I said, a lot of these vassals are actually in prison now. So we can go ahead and get their lands together. Cool thing is Lady Bella Hopkins is pregnant again, so that is nice to see. And one thing I was looking at, so we could technically skip a generation. Like I said, she's pregnant for 6 months now. If she has a son, we could then designate him as our heir. And then we could possibly do something with that. However, I do want to push these claims that we have for the high lordship of what do you call it? Wayfarer's Rest here, because he does have the dragon egg, and if we look again, let's just check and see if he still has it. So yeah, so now it's in possession of now, okay, yeah. So now the dragon egg is in possession of Lady Shiri Vance of Wayfarer's Rest. So the question is, do we want to push our claim now and then make it a pressed claim? However, I will wait. So I will go into the medicine focus, get a little bit more health. And what I would like to see is if she is going to give us a son. And then at the same time, we look here at our, what do you call it? Where is it at? If we look at our prisoners, so a lot of these vassals that rose up against us, what we're gonna do is we are gonna revoke their titles. So we'll get some of these lands back. We definitely will. We can't revoke their titles because we have a truce with them, but I definitely will revoke House Goodbrook's titles as well. So we'll get these. We'll also revoke. I don't really care if we incur tyranny, because like I said, we're almost out of the way, we're almost out the door anyway. So now we have a lot of land, so that way we can actually give a lot of these away to some of our family members. And I will do that right now. So what we'll do is we'll look at Sir Connor Hopkins here. He was the one that was in that adventurer band. We will invite him to our court. And we will give him a title. Let's give him the Lordship of Milkstone here. And down here in Lake Haven, let's look and see. So let's look at our family, see if we have any eligible guys. So we have Lord Soren Hopkins here. We'll also give him... So we'll arrange a marriage. Or maybe he can just get married on his own. We'll give him some land here. So we'll give him the Lordship of Mainstream. Right? And then that way we're just getting more of our family member on landed titles. And I don't think that we have any more males, because I don't think, yeah, we can't grant females land yet because we don't have equal inheritance. However, the North does have equal inheritance. So, like I said before, when we were looking at our inheritance here, at the moment, Lady Riella Hopkins of the North is the heir to the... She is the heir to the North that has equal inheritance. So what I was thinking was, if we go ahead and we unlawfully designate her as the heir, and then what that does is that gives her that makes her our heir, which she will then get the High Lordship of or I'm sorry, the Kingdom of Moonshire, and she'll also get the what do you call it, the Kingdom of the North as well. However, that might have been too early, because like I said, I do want to see if what is this? I do want to see if her mother has a son or not. Alright, so we got a pop-up here, a curse undone. The twists and turns of fate have not always been to my advantage. The Father knows that I cursed the day I met Lord Arbert. Today, however, that curse has been lifted. Fate has smiled upon me and brought that loathsome fop doodle to his grave. Alright, so our rival died. I really hope she has a son, so that way I can do that. Okay, so it looks like she had another daughter. Alright, so... Alright, with that being said, so... Again, so it looks like Lady Riella is going to be our heir. So, I guess the way that I'm thinking is... We've got her as our heir, currently. Our legitimacy is absolutely tanked at the moment, which is fine. Not the greatest of situations, but nonetheless, once she takes over the north, we should be able to give out some of these titles to some more. But at the moment, we will give away. We can hold 7 of them. We'll give away. Let's see, we can give it to... Is there anybody of our dynasty that we can give this to? Okay, so we have Harry, son of Lord Kyle. So we have Harry Hopkins here. We can give him this county here. And then I believe this is actually a barony title. Oh no, this is the castle here, so we can give this to... We'll give this to Joseph Hopkins. And then the rest of these we can kind of give away to the rest of these we can just give away to a Lake Haven noble. So definitely, like I said, we got some more family members on some thrones in our realm here, which is nice to see. We are still feeling poor, but what if we... Okay, so my heir is in line to inherit titles. First in line for the north. First in line for the lordship of Winterfell. So she is going to get that. But then again, if we die, then if we die first, then she'll inherit the Lord Paramountcy of Moonshire, plus she'll inherit the Lord Paramountcy of the North. Now, this is what we have to ask ourselves. So we can like I said, we can press our claims and she'll probably just inherit those wars and then she can kind of continue on with it, but we'll just kind of let the game go on here to see what happens. I just want to see like how far I can I want to see how far I can actually push Lord Hubert's life out here. So we could technically reset our perks here. We could pick up anatomical studies. I just don't think it's gonna be worth it because we still have our we're still almost out the door. But like I said, this character is just Hubert is just not wanting to go down, y'all. Our truth with Lord Paramount Andrin of the Stark Kingdom is gonna last 7 months. So if Hubert can last 7 months, we will be able to push this claim with no penalty. Literally, we just have to wait 7 months. But I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to do it. Like, this is like, we are literally cutting it so close right now. We are cutting it so close right now, it is not even funny, guys. So with that being said, guys, it's finally happened. So Lord Paramount Hubert of Moonshire has abandoned his mortal coil at 71 years of age. He died of old age, known to be an exceptional strategist. He spent many of his days examining fields and drilling his troops. Lady Paramount Riella ascends to the throne. Merely 9 years old, she will need to rely on her regent, Lord Kyle, during her first years of rule. Okay. So, we could choose a new destiny. We could, so we can't really play as anybody else. We'll definitely continue as Lady Riella here. And if we look, so let's see. We are still our father's heir to the north here. So at the moment, we didn't get any of those claims, which is unfortunate. A lot of our vassals don't like us. But nonetheless, we will continue on. We're gonna end the video here, but in the next one, we're definitely going to continue on and keep this series going. So I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.